welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, this time around in English, and please bear with me, it's going to be a little bit noisy because my 3D printer is printing stuff out at the background, but today I don't have that much time, so I had to do it like this. Hopefully you don't mind, and yeah, please bear with me, the next time it will be without my 3D printer again. That is because my best friend has her birthday today, and because of that I wanted to give her or print her something out, and this is the only time I can do that now, so please don't be too angry with me. Yeah, and today I want to show you 3 different games again, which are Pizza Party, Hidden Express and Desert Legends today. And as always, that one will be in English because we had the last one in German, and so we are iterating the languages, of course. And so, of course, I have all my different usual suspects here. So, for instance, the Arc mouse, which is mouse input in this case. I will be using the Foldable keyboard, which is this one. Oops. Which is this one as the keyboard input device. And I could have the Xbox One as wireless controller with me, but in this episode there's no game we are going to play with it, which is a real shame because the last one would really be very usable with it. But whatever. And yeah, so of course, as always, I have my Lumia 950 XL with me, which is the smartphone I'm going to use for this Windows Continuum experience, of course. And in this case, this is of course the Lumia 950 XL with the zebra wood cover at the back here, and it has a USB-C connector at the bottom. This one will be connected with this cable to this display dock at the other side here, and the display dock itself will be connected to my TV, and like that I can show you this kind of desktop-like experience on the TV, and I can of course control that with, for example, my mouse and stuff like that, but all the different computing power and stuff like that is coming from my smartphone. If you want to know more about that, please have a look at the top there, because in the corner you will find different videos about what that is all about and how to set that up and stuff like that. So if you are interested in that, please have a look there. And yeah, so I would say let's start with the first game, and the first game is more or less, yeah, let's say a competition to my own game or something. It's called Pizza Party, and you have to create different pizzas with it. So I'm going to click on that and just go in here. Put in pizza. Oh, I think I mistyped it. Let's see. Wait. Okay, it's called differently in my apps list than it's in the App Store itself, but whatever. What you already can see, we will have some kind of small banners at the sides and stuff like that, and it's really going to have a little bit of commercials or advertisements in there, but in the end you can skip most of those and just go on and play with it. So click on go, and here we are with Pizza Party. Yeah, and as I said before, it's more or less something you may already find quite noticeable, or at least it's very close to my Pizza Maker app. And in this case it's called Pizza Party, and what you have to do here is you have to build pizzas up or cook or bake pizzas, which have to be given to the customer, and the customer has certain needs and you need to fulfill those needs for them. So let's have a look. I will click on this button, this is the play button, and if I click on that, you're seeing the first or the next advertisement here. I'm going to skip that. And after that you can see we will have several hungry customers here, and we have to prepare pizzas for them, and that is what we are going to do here. So let's click on the next button here. And here we are. This is a wrong button. This will open the buttons for, this will open other games from them. We are going to click on this one, of course. This is always a play button. And as you can see, we already have 2 different recipes here. So marinara and margherita will be the ones we are going to have a look at. And you will have to prepare different pizzas for different customers which are coming in. So I'm clicking on that, and as you can see we have a certain time level. we can use for that, and we have a customer who wants different parts. So what you have to do is now look at this image and try to guess which ingredients you need for that. And of course, like you can see, we need those, and then we have to put it into the oven, and if we are fast enough with that, customers will be happy and will give us more money, or money at least, and like that we are going to win this level more or less, because this game is part of levels. So for the first few levels you are going to have only these 2 pizza receipts for this, and after that we are going to create more than that. And as you can see, we are gaining money here, and we need to gain $30 for the first level. And that is just done by clicking, so you don't have to push around stuff or something. And as you can see, we got our next level, and again, it's very advertisement heavy. But whatever, click on that. And here's our next recipe we have, so we can go and make a new pizza for that. And if you want that, just click on it and now just start. The order of things is really not important. I don't know why they did it like that, but we can, for example, put the tomato sauce or something later in. And as you may have seen here, they are not giving us any kind of tips if we need too long, and if we don't need too long, we get some kind of tip, and like that more money, and that is of course what we want here. So just do it, and after a while you will go to the next level then too. And this is more or less what will be happening in this game. There's not much more to it. So just try to be fast, try to get all the different recipes, and just go on and on and on, and that is what we are going to do here. If you want to play another game in this fashion, please have a look at the description below, because I have my game linked up there too. So if you want to compare it, for example, or have a look at it if it's more or less what you like too, is it all? No. Please try that there. Yeah, I would say should I do all the stuff? It's really addicting a little bit, but I think I will just leave this now. One more. Oh, come on, I'm going to play this level too. And this is of course something that you can let your children play, for example. There's nothing bad about this going to happen here. And of course it's more or less very making them very quiet, I would say, because they are really just busy doing this. And we are close to getting to the next level. After that, I'm pretty sure we are not just given a new recipe and can play on like that. Sometimes in the future we will get new ingredients here, of course, because otherwise you can't do all the pizzas you want. And like that, this is done all over the place here. Okay, we are very close. Let's have a look if we can do this pretty fast now. Pretty easy too. If you, for example, miss one of the ingredients, you have to throw away the pizza, so just use that button in this case. If you are fast enough, there's nothing going to happen to you after that. Oh, you missed one of the ingredients, as you can see, then they don't want the pizza and just go. And there we are. Next level. Again, there is some kind of ad here, so don't click on that if you see this dark version here. But you can always skip that and go to the next one. And there we are. So, let's go out of this game, because I can play this all over again. It's really, some kind of addicting, but whatever. So, the next game we are going to have a look at is Hidden Express. And Hidden Express is a find and seek game, but a little bit different than you may already know other games, because this one has, for example, a time limit. This one is placed in levels more or less, and you really have to be fast to do that, so you don't have any kind of hours to search for stuff, but you really need to do it quite fast. It will take a little bit of time to load this, and after that you will see that it's really a nice little game. The first couple of parts is more or less concerning or built around this kind of train, for example. And you can sign in if you want to continue afterwards, or you can just click on play. And I think I will just turn down the volume a little bit more. Okay? And if you have done that, just click on play then. It takes a little, so don't be too fast with this. Okay? And after that, you can see we have our levels here and we can play them now. And I will just replay the first game here, or the first level. And as you can see, there are different levels going on, and we are going to leave this world and go to another one after that. But let's play the first one. You just go to play now. You get, of course, some kind of an rating for doing that. And if you click on this, we are going to play this game again. Okay, and what you can see here is you have these little trains which are coming through, and you really have to be fast enough to get all this done. We are searching for these kind of words here, of course, crossing sign, for example. It's not very hard to find them, but you really have to be quite fast to do it. So, as you can see, we need to get this bar here full. There's an elephant we are searching some kind of a sharpener, I'm not sure which one that would be. We have a doorbell, of course, so get that one. We need to have a license plate, I'm not sure which one would that be. Sharpener, stapler, of course, so let's get the stapler. And if you see this kind of little part here, you can more or less close this game up. Because if you do that, if you see this little train then you just have to get the train, and you are not going to need to search all the other words or something like that. You just have to get the train and play it like this. Yeah, and this is more or less what this game is all about. So you can see you have this kind of bar. You want to get all the bar points here, of course, so go as high as you can. We are in level 1 now, and after that you just hit continue. And you get to the next level, as you already have seen here. Just click on it now and it's going to start. I'm not going to go into that very any longer, because I think this game is very self-explanatory, but it's a really nice game. I like the new addition or the new test, more or less, that you have some kind of a real timer here and stuff like that. So it's really a nice game. Please try it out. Of course, we have only a certain amount of energy here, which will be more or less filled with additional energy if you, for example, complete levels and stuff like that. You already know that. And of course it will fill itself after a while. So this is more or less what all these games are going to do with you. And so let's try it if you want to play another search and find game. Okay, so let's have a look at our last candidate for this episode. So the last candidate is a driving game. A quite nice one if you ask me. It would be extremely helpful if this would be playable with a Xbox One's wireless controller, but you can't play it with that. But otherwise, it's really a nice game. We are going to use our Foldable keyboard in this case to use it. And all you will need for this game is more or less the arrow keys to control it. And yeah, what this game is all about, you have more or less a car which is going to drive in a desert, more or less. And there are different levels in this game where you are going to drive around. And the first game, or the first level of this, is just going through different hoops, more or less, and collecting them in a certain amount of time. And this game is not easy, just to let you know. This is quite a hard game, and especially if you're going to go to the second level and stuff like that, there you will have, for example, to drive through different loops and stuff like that, and it's really hard to get that right, because the controls are really hard to control here. It's not about really not being able to control it or something, but it's really hard to be that precise as they need it for some of the games, especially if you are going to go through a loop or something. So let's have a look at that. So first off, you should select clicking on this button if you are going to play it with Continuum, for example, if you want to have touch controls or if you want to have keyboard controls. And we are going to use the keyboard controls in this case, and after that we can just click. Yeah, there's not much more to see here. You can of course get rid of the audio if you don't want that, and then just hit play. If you click on that, you are going to get to this garage, and in this case we are going to have to use that, but as you can see there are different cars available. All of them are white, for whatever reason, I'm not sure. You can see what the different options or the different possibilities of this car is, more or less. And as you can see, we can just click through and there are a couple of cars available. Of course they all cost money and you only have 1,000 at the start. So probably you are going to drive this one. It looks a little bit like a Porsche, but I'm not sure which one is it. Porsche in German. But whatever. So let's click on that, and as you can see you will drive through different levels here, and there are a couple of them, but we are going to play the first one for now because it's already hard. It's not very interesting, but it's already hard to do that. So as I mentioned before, what is going to happen here is that we are going to drive through a desert, so be aware of the different controls and how you, for example, do a brake in this and stuff like that. So if you are really trying to lose velocity or speed or something, it's really not easy because you are going to slide around a lot on the sand and stuff like that. Okay, so after you have read that, just start, and then you will see at this point how many seconds you have to play this and how many checkpoints you will have to collect. So there are going to be these kind of rings, more or less, and they are moving around, and you have to just try to moving around means turning around, not moving really. And you have to drive that track after them and try to get them in the right timing here. And just to let you know, this game is not too easy, so please be aware of that. There we are. This is an indication which is telling you where you have to drive, because for instance in this case there's this little bar at the top where there is some kind of advertisement, and that advertisement is really not helpful at all. But as you can see, I already drove by one of those. We have to get back, and as you can see we are sliding around a lot in this game because it seems like on sand it's really more or less like that. But you just have to follow this now. Go over here, drive around. Okay. And we are sliding again. So be very careful if you are driving, especially because I'm not sure if we are going to make this. There are going to be 9 of these rings we are going to have to collect. And in the first level, the most interesting part is this little, don't know what that is in English, if I have to be honest, but whatever. So just jump over that. If you are going to drive too fast, for example, in this example, and you are missing this, you are going to have a lot of trouble to get it in time, and it's already very late. Yeah. Okay, we really missed that one too, and if we miss that, we just have to restart this game, otherwise there's nothing to be able to do it. There is some kind of advertisement sometimes, as you can see, just click it away if you want to, or have a look at it. It doesn't really matter what you want to do there. And after that, we can drive around again and try it again. For some reason or the other, oh come on. As I said before, don't drive somewhere. If you really miss one of these, you can more or less start again. And I did it for the second time, so I'm going to restart this game again. But as you can see, it's really not too easy, because there is not a really big spot. You really have to hit that ring, otherwise it's not going to be possible to win this. Okay, so and don't, for instance, try to always just press the gas pedal or something. it's not going to work. So just try to play this in a very meaningful way, or whatever you want to call that. And if you do that, in this case we have a better one at the moment. Let's see if we can, for instance, get that one too. Yeah, perfect. So probably we are going to win this, because the other ones are not too hard to get. It's only driving around and trying to get all of these wings now. Again, don't try to turn too much. If you turn too much, you are going to slide around a lot. If you, for instance, are trying to drive too fast, you will have problems with that, and so on. So let's see what we can... damn. Lost that. Hopefully we still have a chance to win this. So just move around, try to get that again, okay, and again trying to move around. If you want to brake, for example, just hit the back arrow for that, and in any other case just drive around. And don't be too fast, as I mentioned before, otherwise you will have problems in these situations, for instance. And just to let you know, after you got all the wings, you still have to go to the end, more or less. There's a finish line, and you will have to get to that, as you can see. But in this case, we are going to make this, and we got it. Yeah, and like this, the game is going to be going on and on. If I, for example, click on next now, let's have a look at that. I didn't really fulfill this mission already, but just to let you know what is going to happen here. So it's not going to be all around driving with your car and in some kind of desert, but there are going to be loops and stuff. And in this case, I want to show you how that would look. There's an information that if you, for example, drop from one of these, you are going to lose. And this is really a hard one already. If I drive on this now, you can see we are going to drive against stuff, which is bad for us, of course. But more importantly, if you are going to lose it and, for instance, drive from one of those, so just drop down or something, you are going to lose. And as you can see, there is nothing on the side that is holding us here. Whoa, 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 and I'm dropping to my death already. Okay, yeah, we're not going to play this level again and again, because it's really hard, and I would have to do it a couple of times, especially if I'm trying to show it to you. But as you can see, if you like driving, and especially if you like some kind of driving with, yeah, a little bit of a difficulty, this is a good game. You should have a try and have a look at that, and please try it out. Yeah, and this more or less concludes this episode, so I hope you had fun with it. Hope that one or two of the games are what you are looking for and you want to play them. And so, have a nice day. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Sorry again for all the noise and the more or less rushed part in this case, because I'm really not having too much time today. But hopefully you still liked it, so if you liked it, please leave a thumbs up there. And then I would hope to see you again in the next episode. If you didn't subscribe till now, please do that now, because otherwise you may miss the next episode, which is coming out probably around at the weekend next week. I'm not sure when exactly, but it's going to be then. And so thank you for listening, thank you for watching, see you later and have a nice day. Bye bye!